Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this game, I'm playing a 3v3 match on the map Super Bridgehead. I'm starting in the bottom left-hand position, playing as the Allies. And what you can see is I've moved my MCV to the left, and I'm stretching my base to the left just to get as near to the ore patch as possible with my ore refinery. And what I'm doing, first of all, is I'm taking infantry up the middle of the map. And there is a bridge that connects top and bottom, as well, which no one's guarding. And it's important to get that bridge guard that bridge so my other teammates don't get infantry attacked from behind. And we can see my teammate to the right is going straight war factories. He's not going to build a barracks, which is kind of a mistake, because the player who starts near my teammate is closer to his base than I am. So that's a bit... Yeah, you can see Cyan is already there before my troops can even get there. So I think he's made a mistake there. Because, yeah, it's just... yeah, if you want to go... Like, sometimes people have gone straight tanks and it's worked. But it tends not to work in this position because he's at the front. He needs to build infantry to defend, because the time it takes for my infantry to get there is longer than it takes for my enemy's infantry to get there. So if you're starting in a position right at the back, so if I'd started where I was and I decided to go straight tanks, that might have been okay. And you can see this is bad now, and Cyan are going to get that ore refinery down, so that's a big loss for us. And that's the risk you carry. So if, it would have made more sense if I'd gone straight like tanks, because obviously my base isn't going to get attacked by scouts and infantry. But if you start at the front, then it is definitely a bad idea. Like, it could work, I guess, if your opponents don't do any scouting, but with the level of players playing this game, they're all going to be scouting, and as soon as they realise you're not building infantry, they will go for the attack. So I'm going to have to go on the offensive here straight away. I've only built one ore refinery. Sometimes when I'm in this position, what I'll do is I'll build two ore trucks before I go for tanks. But I just don't have that luxury to wait around. Otherwise, my teammate is definitely going to die. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and attack Cyan at the back of his base and hope that he has to come back and bring his tanks back before he destroys my teammate. So we're going into his base right now, and we'll see what he's got. So we can see that Green's coming up, and that's a good play from Green, being on the ball and making sure he gets in straight away. So we can see he's got... Now let's have a look. He's only got one ore refinery at the moment, so we are going to try and destroy that. And if we can get rid of that ore refinery, that's going to hurt Cyan, hopefully. So we're just going to move our tanks around and hope that Cyan has to pull back. And right, and we're also going to try and get that construction yard if we can, at all possible. So let's see. We'll see how it goes. Right, so we're just moving our tanks around as much as possible, using Q move, and yeah, it's going to be close. It's going to be very close because they have got a lot of tanks, and he sold it, but he has got an ore refinery. So that's a bit of a blow for us, because we were hoping if he didn't have an ore refinery, he would have been basically out of the game. And as we see, our teammate has got nothing really. So that's unfortunate. As I say, if you start at the front, you do definitely need to build infantry, because the person behind is going to have a tough time. And I'm actually decided to delete that war factory because I don't have a big enough economy to support it at the moment. Right, so we're gonna... Yeah, we're in a difficult position at the moment, because as we can see, Green and Cyan, they do have a lot of tanks. But what we do know is, if any damage we do to Cyan's buildings, he's not going to be able to rebuild because he has lost that construction yard, and he won't have had time to build a service depot in this game. There are possibly crates, so I guess he could get lucky with a crate if they are on this map. I can't remember if they were in this or not. And yeah, we can see it was definitely a better idea to build that ore refinery rather than that war factory, because you can see we are quite low on ore at the moment. And we can see Orange has got some tanks there, and I'm going to bring my tanks along the bottom here. And we're going to try and do an attack. Oh, we've got 3 tanks there. That's a bit wasteful. Didn't realise we're there. But it hasn't worked out too badly. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for Cyan's economy and try and get that down a little bit. Because the thing is, even though Cyan only has 1 war factory, all the time he's just building up units. And the more time I spend trying to attack buildings, the more chance he has to build up units. So I'm going for now is the power plants. That'll just cut his power and make his building speed really, really slow. And it looks like we've got both of those power plants. And it looks like Orange is going for the war factory. So this is big, because if we can get that war factory down, it means that Cyan can no longer build any tanks. And that is down as well. So that was good. Well, that was good help from Orange there. And now I'm going to need to pull back a little bit. Because the problem is, we've spent a lot of time destroying buildings. The issue is with the other team have a big, massive tanks. And we need to start slowly building that up. And we can see Orange doing a bit of an attack on Cyan still. And I'm going to try and build up tanks. I'm getting that 3rd war factory as well, just to increase that building speed. And you can see the mass is building up a little bit, but you can see Green is on the attack. Oh, he's going back now. I think he's actually getting attacked at his base. So Orange is doing a bit of a distraction there. And that allows us to go... We'll probably try and go for a bit, attack Cyan a bit. And now we've got that 3rd war factory out. Our building speed is going to be a lot quicker. And I'm also getting a radar dome so I can see what's happening elsewhere on the map. And... yeah, we're going to try and take out that just those few buildings. But you can see Cyan's coming in with his, obviously with his infantry and his tanks. And we're just trying to destroy his tanks here, because I know after I destroy these tanks, they cannot be rebuilt. I'm not too worried about the infantry as such, but I'm going to want to pull back here, because I'm going to lose all of those tanks to Green if I'm not careful. And we can see Green has massive numbers at this point. When we look at the when we've got our radar dome down, we can see Green's army is really, really big. But we do have Orange helping us as well. So we'll try and, yeah, just try not to lose all my tanks. I do need to just build up mass. Because when one team has a really big mass of units, it's very hard to, yeah, to fight them. But you can see at the moment I've got this battle here. I think Green's split his forces. So I might be able to fight here and do some good damage. So yeah, we're managing to get like quite good tanks here. You can see Green split his units, so he's not able to micro them as effectively. And you can just see when one person can micro, the other isn't microing. It is a really bad trade that for Green. But you can see he's at Orange's base doing some damage. So I'm going to be going up to try and help my teammate here. And I've just building ore refineries and building tanks. I think I missed a bit of building there. But we're going to go up, try and save my teammate at the moment. And we just have to keep an eye on Cyan. But now we've got the radar dome. We can see a bit what's going on. And it's not looking good for Orange at the moment. It seems my teammate has lost a lot there. And you can see Green is coming from the top. And we can also see from the minimap that Cyan is coming from the right. So we'll have to see if we can survive this. And we can see Green going straight to the bottom of my bit. Is he going to the bottom of my base, or is he going to go for the top? I don't know at the moment. Yeah, I've got some tanks in there trying to go for his base. But we can see Cyan is already also coming. And you can see he's just got a big mass of units here. And this is going to be very hard to survive. I think Cyan will have mostly infantry probably. But yeah, now I'm taking my units back to my base. And you can see he's going for the ore refineries. We can see Cyan's... Oh, he's still got a lot of tanks left. And he's got my construction yard down. And this is looking very bad for me at the moment. And it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do much here. We can see that if we can keep the ore refinery, and if we can keep the sort of war factories, we'll have like a tiny chance. We can see that actually Orange has got his base back up in the top of the map, but it looks like all those infantry at the bottom, it looks like they're going to be able to get that war factory down. And it's going to be sort of a bit of a good game from me here, because there's no way I'm going to be able to do anything now, because I'm only able to build infantry. And unfortunately, my teammate, although he's got a base up, it's going to take him a long time to get established again. So it does look like this game is probably gone to the other team in this situation. So we can see the Greens there just bringing more and more tanks in. Yeah, and he's just grouping back up. The thing is even if I do survive this fight, what'll happen is Green will I'll have more tanks being built at his base, and he'll just bring another wave across. But I'll try and fight as long as possible, see if Orange can miraculously get anything. You never know, he might, well, he'd have to get a couple of money boxes at least, and a couple of war factories out to stand any chance. But yeah, you can just see Green's mass is just too much in this situation. I mean, if I'd only had one team attacking me from one side, I might have survived that last one, but Cyan did a really good job with his remaining tanks and with his infantry going at the other side of my base, being able to destroy those war factories and getting that construction yard out, and then Green coming from the top. They really did a good job there. And you can see I haven't got any ore anymore, so it's just a case of, yep, waiting to get destroyed and just buying my teammate much time. But it looks like Cyan's realised that my teammate's building, and you can see he's sending troops over to his base. Yeah, I'll just send some ore trucks around, try and do some but yeah, you can see I've only got 4 power plants left, and Green are going to destroy them. So I think this game was probably lost near the start. I think my teammate just made a little bit of an error there. As I said earlier, building those infantry when he's so close to my opponent. I just couldn't get my infantry there in time, even if I'd known because I didn't know what he was doing immediately, but even if I'd known that, I still wouldn't have been able to get the infantry there before our opponents. So that was just a bit of a mistake there. So if you do ever decide to go straight like tanks and not build any infantry, just make sure you're starting at the back and not at the front near your enemy. And you can see there, Orange and Green are just surrounding Cyan and Green are just surrounding Orange, and it is a good game. He's managed to get 2 war factories out, but just too late. There was nothing Orange could do there, really. It was I was surprised that he actually managed to get his base back up. And that is the end. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.